Hello and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a modern-day mystery, those people who seem to live their lives completely offline.
You know exactly who I'm talking about, right? That person in your life with no selfies, no vacation shots, absolutely zero life highlights. In a world where sharing everything is the default, they're basically invisible. And when we see that, our minds immediately start trying to fill in the blanks. We jump to all these conclusions, don't we? We think, oh, they must be shy, or they're probably insecure. We might even think they're antisocial, or worse, that something is seriously wrong. It feels like there's an absence, like a weird void in the social universe.
But what if that absence isn't an absence at all? What if it's actually the presence of something else entirely, something much stronger? Because psychology tells a very different story. It suggests this choice might actually reveal a rare and powerful kind of confidence, the kind that doesn't need an audience to feel real.
So the first crucial point to get our heads around is this. It's a conscious trade. They are actively choosing something they value way more than online popularity. And that thing is privacy.
There's actually a term for this in psychology. It's called privacy orientation. And people who don't post, they tend to score super high on this trait. For them, it is all about having control over their own story, what they share, when they share it, and who gets to be a part of it. And this gets to the core of the difference. It's not about hiding from the world out of fear. It's about protecting an inner world because they value it so much. They're not avoiding life. They're just being incredibly selective about which parts of it become public domain. And this leads to an incredibly powerful psychological skill, self-validation. They don't need that little dopamine hit from likes and comments to confirm that their happiness is real or that their achievements actually matter. And that right there is a massive sign of emotional maturity.
This idea builds perfectly into our next point, because it isn't just about privacy. It's also about having a truly rock-solid sense of who you are.
Psychologists call this self-concept clarity. And when you have it, you're just not as dependent on social feedback to feel stable. You already know who you are, so you don't need the world to tell you.
I mean, think about it. So much of posting online is, whether we realize it or not, a way of asking questions. We're asking, do you like me? Do I look successful? Am I doing enough with my life? But people with high self-concept clarity, they aren't asking. They've already answered those questions for themselves internally.
And this is the incredible result. Their happiness isn't tied to the wild ups and downs of engagement metrics. It's tied to something far more stable, living in a way that aligns with their own values. And that level of psychological grounding, that is incredibly rare today. Okay, this next part brings us to one of the biggest myths we really need to bust. The idea that not posting online is a sign of insecurity. Psychology actually suggests the exact opposite is often true. Think of it this way. Fragile self-esteem is like a fire that needs constant fuel from the outside. Likes, comments, attention, just to stay burning. But secure self-esteem, that's like an internal pilot light. It just burns steadily from within, no matter what the external conditions are like. And just look at the benefits that come from this internal stability. They don't post to try and fill a gap or to compete because, well, there's no gap to fill. They already feel complete, and that allows them to focus all their energy on what actually matters to them.
This says it all, really. It's not the loud, performative confidence we're so used to seeing online. It's a quiet, solid foundation that doesn't need to be announced to be real.
So, why do they make this choice? A huge part of it comes from a very keen awareness of what social media actually is.
So we are all wired for social comparison. It's a natural thing. It's how we figure out where we stand in the world. But the online world has basically taken this natural human tendency and turned it into a massive distortion engine. And this is the trap, right? We're all comparing our messy, complicated, real lives, our own behind-the-scenes footage, with the carefully curated, filtered, and staged perfection of everyone else's public image. It's a game you're set up to lose from the very start. See, people who don't post operate from this introspector's mindset. Instead of asking, how will this look to other people? They're asking, does this experience actually matter to me? It's a profound shift from perception to just presence. And let's be absolutely clear about this. This is a power move. They're not opting out because they're afraid they'll lose the comparison game. They're opting out because they recognize the game itself isn't worth playing. And that is a huge sign of high emotional intelligence.
Now this gets to the very heart of it. They don't feel invisible at all. In fact, they probably feel more deeply rooted and more truly seen in their own lives. Their validation comes from these real, tangible sources. They don't confuse online visibility with actual value or confuse digital attention with genuine importance. They are present where it counts the most, in their offline lives. So the next time you come across someone with a quiet online presence, let's try to flip the script. Don't assume they're shy or insecure. Instead, consider the possibility that they might be more protected, more grounded, and more genuinely confident than most.
And that leaves us all with a final thought to reflect on. In a culture that rewards constant performance and nonstop visibility, what have we maybe lost? And what is the real power, the true value of simply being present in our own lives?